So, out here on the water, flip my camera so y'all can see the water while I do my invites. So, today we're going to go over a little discourse on matriarchs, the matriarchy, and the rise of the matriarchy. Going back to our original ancestral ways of doing things. The same way they did us, in our face, behind our back, by concealing information from us. We did the same thing in their face, behind their back, to restore the matriarchs back into power and positions, or position to seize power. Not until the grand matriarch of the land called for the matriarchs to assemble, and that's the final move for power right there. And that comes when the March of the Mayors conjure, the Curtis Jackson, the unstoppable conjure does, is it actually wakes up the matriarchs, the grand matriarch actually, and she put the call out. And women from all over the country, all over the world, gonna start converging on the central location, which I'm not sure where it'll be at this particular time. But the call of the matriarchs go out, and it's gonna blow the fucking lid off, because all of these things that's been kept hush hush, secret squirrel, gonna be exposed. It's gonna come out in the open. They gonna have to face the facts that this shit a wrap, and the woman put back in her rightful positions, and the order of the matriarchy restored, the elders being placed in their positions of advisors and leaders. All this is going on while they thinking they trying to kill y'all off with COVID. I'm trying to tell y'all what's going on, but because I'm telling y'all what's going on behind the curtain with the old man eyes, y'all think I'm looking at something else. Y'all can't see what I'm seeing, so it looks like it's some, dog chasing his tail type shit, which is, cool for you to feel that way. I don't take none of this shit personal, because if I did, I'd have been broke down and had a tissy fit about this shit. Alright, so I did enough invites. So y'all see the water out there? Nice. Got my man behind me over here throwing this fishing pole in the water. He probably about to get an education on matriarchal order and the rise of the matriarchs. I'm gonna sit down here for a minute. Flip this camera back around. So, a couple days ago, we started the Curtis Jackson Unbreakable 50-state flip conjure on the rise of the matriarch by identifying women that's in the rightful positions. The matriarchy that we was under, we had mayors were the local leaders of the community that went to a meeting of mayors, and they call that the March of the Mayors. Now, when all of the mayors are marching for one purpose, then it wakes up what we call the grand matriarch, and it makes her step out and put her foot down. Once she put her foot down, she put a call out to all of the mothers that tired of seeing their sons bleeding dead in the street, strung out with drugs and needles in their arm and crack pipes in their mouth. Them mothers start convening, and they start all looking at the problem together. The problem is this patriarchal rogue system that has overrun the planet with war and bloodshed. So, since we in this condition, and since my mama asked me to help the sisters to clean it up, and since I was drafted so to speak, by my brethren, by being the one that they most confided in, most honored and most respected, while I was being the most despised and the most rejected. I don't even know how the fuck that shit worked. And so these matriarchs about to take over. Any man that want to support them, just, they know what they doing. You're not going to be disenfranchised. You're not going to be emasculated. They don't want no bitch ass niggas. They want a grown ass man with a backbone and a spine that can think for his motherfucking self and don't follow every motherfucking piece of bait thrown in the air and feed into the bullshit. That's it. It ain't no miracle shit. The shit's simple. Mother Nature is very simple. It's straight to the point. Don't do dumb shit. Don't suffer bad, dumb consequences. Do what's necessary, and the consequences that come with it is the necessary consequences. Because you got to do what you know is right, no matter who the fuck say anything about it. Because if you follow what everybody else think, then you're going to be following a whole bunch of misguided motherfuckers to some misguided places. So, in this title, it was Elijah Muhammad, Marcus Garvey, and Whirlwinds. So on the way here, last night we had a storm here. It sounded like it had gale force winds in the middle of the eye of a hurricane. It was just ripping shit up. Power outages, all that shit, right? And it reminded me, y'all can go to your search bar, search Marcus Garvey posts, and then search under my name, and you'll see that in 2017, hurricane or cyclone Marcus hit the shores of Australia. Now, we've been disoriented in our position of thinking in order to facilitate the wrong thought patterns and the way that we perceive the world around us and our control or lack thereof. So the problem came in when they overthrew the matriarchs. It was an inside job. The inside job was predicated upon a jealous bully. In the mix of righteous women trying to do righteous things righteously by all people without discretion. Superiority complexes, the same shit motherfuckers is experiencing now. You gotta understand, you punish by your sins. You're not punished for your sins. If you look at the condition we've been in, it's only because we've been the number one assistant in our own oppression by not doing what Noble Drew Ali said, worship under our own vine and fig tree. That's real simple. Get out them folks' business. Let them run their little city called DC, they artificial government that they got y'all thinking cover the whole land, this tribal land. I'm the tribal chief. I'm Chief Pontiac. So, being the tribal chief and being asked to put this shit back right, being the witch doctor, we did the conjure. The great conjurer Mott. It ain't got nothing to do with what you look like. It got something to do with what's inside you, what you made out of. You know what I'm saying? Can you overcome the adversity to strive to become your best self? This is what the matriarchy teach them from a child, and we called it rites of passage. They got some shit that they call education that they do in a place called school, and school is shul, and shul is sheol, and sheol is the Hebrew word for hell. So they trapping your child mind inside of a boxed mentality. And as long as you allow your oppressor to oppress your child and educate your child at the same time, you can't never break free. Because you will have to train your child to follow the oppressor's script. They say the victors write history, but the liars usurp it. So if you don't know what the lie is, then you can't never find the fucking truth. A damn fool understand the wise man more than the educated motherfucker. Now watch this. We was all told that Solomon fell because he was worshiping the gods of the various nations of the women that he was married to. That don't even make fucking sense. Now this the wisest man in the world, attached to the highest known power source in the universe, operating from the position of divine wisdom, having proven himself to be righteous, would be worshiping any god. That don't even make sense. But if you understand wordplay, he challenged their gods to war. And war is the war ship that they came in on. So they put the code in the blatant contradiction. The blatant contradiction is God as a man. That don't even make no sense. Listen to the Catholic Church. Hail Mary, Mother of God. What the fuck that make her? And we let the blatant contradiction slip by us because in the blatant contradiction lies the truth hidden in plain sight. The only way that she could be the mother of God, she had to be something in which God could not be. The God that she birthed as a male could never be a mother. Therefore, he could never understand the primordial point of original creation developing in the universe, the same as a child began to develop in the womb of a woman. The woman contemplating her body tunes in to the very first spark of creation when she becomes impregnated. Every time she do it. That's why they be like, why that girl keep having them babies back to back to back to back? She fucking raising vibrations. She's creating a changing generation for the next motherfuckers, because y'all sitting here on y'all hands and knees praying while she's doing something about it. The prayers of the nation is answered through the womb of the mother. Right in your face. So all of these girls that y'all talked about so bad for being teenage mothers was actually saving your goddamn ass from total destruction. She was self-sacrificing either knowingly or unknowingly. Half of them was motherfucking child molested by somebody in their family. And they're that secret squirrel shit. Because they don't want the good men to correct the bad men, so they let the bad men to continue to fuck up the kids. Because they don't want the good men to get caught up by the other bad men that's pissed off that you corrected the first bad man. And they want to put you in some shit called prison. But you ain't supposed to protect your family. They can kiss my ass. It's more than one way to skin a cat. It's more than one way to bust a gat. You ain't got to wrestle with these motherfuckers. You can't shoot it out with them. You ain't got the gun power. But you can out-conjure they motherfucking ass because you got the soul power. You got the womb power. You got the melanin power. You know what I'm saying? You got the witch power. You got the power of the sorceresses, the princesses, the queens. Y'all unify that shit, and what the fuck gonna stop y'all from saying, all right, now that's enough? If all the mothers right now tell their sons come home from this motherfucking military shit, who gonna run the goddamn army? Who gonna be in that bitch? Who gonna be on the battlefield to fight the war when mama call her kids home? Who gonna be here to deal with that shit? Now can't nobody fight no war, so then can't none of that blood get shed from this blood sacrifice shit they got y'all doing. Slaughterhouses. We don't kill animals like that for food. That's why we did communal living, so that we can live in harmony with nature. You know? We had a farm that we went to And we got the food for the year for the family from the farmer who took care and gave the love and compassion to the animal, not this industrial ass, put them on the windmill ass shit that take all of the energy and the benefit out of eating anything these motherfuckers grow or make. Then they spoil the land, flood that shit out, and tell y'all it was Noah's flood. See, what you don't know is flooding is an old military tactic of conquest. That's what happened to Ireland that created the potato famine that made us over here send for them over there on a rescue mission. Because the Orisha that was raising their consciousness in Ireland, that St. Patrick killed off, the little black pygmies, the Ta, the Orisha, that walked over there and taught them and gave them the bands that they put around their arms for the priestesses and around their head for the priests. And these are the so-called snakes that he killed off in Ireland. And you motherfuckers running around toasting to this rotten ass bastard like he's some kind of superhero. Okay. Blatant contradiction in your face. So you don't even know your own history. You don't know why people came over here, how they got here, how you got in the condition you in, where you constantly have to fight for some bullshit called civil rights. Civil rights just mean that you got the right to be civilized. You don't need nobody to legislate that for you. You don't need nobody to legislate civil rights for you. That's something that mama teach. They call it etiquette. Once you got etiquette, your civil rights are intact. When you know how to treat other people, your civil rights are intact. And sometimes doing the right thing means fuck a nigga up. You're going to find out. When these matriarchs move for power, anybody that try to stop that move for power, they going to feel an energetic pulse from Mother Earth that's going to motherfucking shake their ass to the bone. That's just the way it is. It's the conjure's in play. In real time, we in the middle of the conjure. I didn't even told the sister how to start tying in the sisters who have names that match a country and to pick a matriarch that's a leader in that country to tie into the conjure from a whole nother country that you done tagged and brought into this shit. Because we all in this shit together and they all want to see the matriarchy rise around the world. That's unanimous. The only problem is that motherfuckers keep believing this bullshit instead of standing up for what they know the fuck is right. Just do what the fuck you already know is right. You already gonna be triggered to do the right thing if you continuously doing the right thing. You only gonna feel like stop, put on the brakes when you keep doing dumb shit. You know? And so Haiti and Whirlwinds is about to be real good friends because Haiti's on notice. They got an open war conjure. It has to be closed out at the end of the age. Now, if Haiti doesn't get this war conjure that liberated them from the oppression of France closed out, Haiti won't be here. And that's a sad affair for these greedy, money-hungry ass imitation Babalaos and Hogans down there looking for money when they're supposed to be having a festival to honor the priestess that they sacrificed with that black pig so they could get their freedom. They would have closed it out right the first time. Haiti would be the richest country in the world right now. But they don't want to do the right thing. That's why they down there doing that shit to them kids. That's why them motherfuckers get flooded the fuck out. Earthquakes. All that shit. Because they won't fucking do what the fuck is right. All they got to do is close the fucking conjure out. It got to be done in Florida. They got to do a festival and give honors to the priestess that they sacrificed and spilled her blood with the black pigs to ensure their victory over the French oppressor under Toussaint L'Ouverture. Any fucking priest that understand the conjure know that this is a fucking high honor. But they want to sit there and act like they don't know what the fuck going on. So they got their people down there suffering because of open war conjure during the close of the age. All of the weather anomalies begin to focus on those points. And so when the weather anomalies focus on those points, an island like Haiti, Dominica can get sunk. When all they got to do is, they don't want that vortex open there. It's an energy field. They want to close that shit up. You know, so. Yeah. So that's the problem with Haiti. Haiti got some backup though, because they have what you call always a contingency in the conjure. It's never where you can't flip your way out this shit. Any island that got blood ties to the islands of that general region, Jamaica, Puerto Rico, the Dominicans can do it. Any one of them that understand the conjure, that got a priest in Florida, can close the conjure out. They understand in the opening of the conjure from the ones that's been coming forward, where they asking her for the, you know, but it's the closing of the conjure where they have to do the reverse. They don't spill her blood this time. This time they give her emolument. You know what I'm saying? Honors and gifts from Haiti. You know what I'm saying? Haitian priests come and show their honors and respect for somebody who gave their very breath up on this three-dimensional plane to ensure victory over an oppressor that was holding their people in bondage and servitude under some of the harshest conditions. But they don't want to fucking do the right thing. The priests in Jamaica already did the obey ceremony. They was on time, on cue, didn't miss a beat. And if they choose to, out of the kindness of their heart, and they have pity on Haiti, they can close the Haitian conjure out and do the roasting of the pig with ceremony. But the Dominicans can do it. The Cubans can do it. But they got to know the conjure. They have to be under the Orishas, under the Hogan priesthood. They have to be under that priesthood from that area. And all of them qualify from those islands who fought the same oppressor. Because that was the continuation of the Haitian Revolution, when I already gave the sister her ritual, and from, I think it was St. Croix, when she had the open black chicken ceremony. It's the same ceremony, but a lesser degree. She used the black chicken because she did it because she didn't want to give up her life. So the black chicken was a lesser. Now, they don't have to let it rot on the altar. They fry the chicken and eat that motherfucker and have a feast in the celebration on the return off of that conjure. And that's closed out. And that conjure satisfied, they don't have the same issues going on there. And they ain't that far from each other as Haiti. Haiti has a vortex of negative energy forming over them because this open conjure is still open. The fucktards down there with their heads up their ass and they children that's over here on the mainland not fucking paying attention. They can close this shit out and we can be on about our merry business about raising this matriarchy. But if they don't close it out, all they just gonna keep suffering down there. So it's, you know, you can only do what you can do. You do your part and everybody do their part, and then we don't have no problem. It's when people don't want to do their part because their part is hard. My part hard. So this is more important than me being concerned about how hard this shit is. This shit painful. It's annoying. It's aggravating. It's nerve-wracking. It's testing. It's trying. It's obstacles in the path. You got to navigate over some of them, around some of them. Some motherfuckers you got to go through. But at the end of the day, you're going to either do two things. You either bow down or stand the fuck up. That's the only thing you can do. Bow down or stand the fuck up, because it ain't no middle ground when we raising these sisters back to power. There ain't no middle ground. You either gonna bow down or you gonna stand the fuck up. If you bow down, go get your nationality, tie back into the slave van, and get your motherfucking slave rights reinstated so you can continue to be the goddamn dumbass slave you is, or you can get on board with the rising of the matriarchy and you can be part of the real motherfucking heaven on earth shit. It don't really matter to me because I didn't do this shit for personal gain or nothing. I just did it to correct what was wrong. Fix the fucking problem. That's all y'all mindset be always on. It's what you want. It's not what you want. It's do what's right, and what you want will automatically come. When you're doing what's right, what you want will automatically be there. Your wants gonna be met by you doing what you need to do, because you have to do what you need to do to meet your needs in order to be in the position to help any motherfucking body else. Now, just because other people don't understand what the fuck you doing does not mean you don't understand what the fuck you doing. They trying to figure out what you doing so they can interrupt your patterns. They can stop your moves. But the moves that they don't know about, they can't stop that shit. Moving in silence and secrecy like the motherfucking CIA around this bitch. In their face, behind their back, on social media, telling these motherfuckers every step of the way what the fuck is going on. It's all recorded and it's all public record. It's not a secret. They knew that the motherfuckers was going to be put back into power, and they knew that sooner or later the real motherfucking news is going to have to address the real issues and not push this shit under the motherfucking rug for no longer. The shit it's going to pop like a pimple on a fat lady ass. I'm telling you. One of them big juicy motherfuckers too that you be seeing on pimple popping motherfucking videos. Shit. You can only hold water back for so long. Pressure build up, and enough pressure will bust a pipe. It is what it is. You know. So I told them what to do. I'm gonna tell them every time, because it's the right thing to do. That's the only reason. I don't need no other reason. I'm going to do what the fuck I'm supposed to do, and I'm going to do what's right regardless of which one of these motherfuckers like it, don't like it. They going to have to learn to love it, because this the best motherfucking thing going, as if I was the nature motherfucking boy Ric Flair himself. Woo! If y'all smell what the motherfucking rock is cooking, because I am that motherfucking black rock, that motherfucking stone that was hewn out of mountain without the motherfucking hands of man, but the heart of the woman. Knock that motherfucking stone and motherfucking iron feet to motherfucking dust. Put my motherfucking sisters back. Fuck Rome and fuck they homosexual ass culture. We gotta retrain our kids to be who you are, not what society told you you was. If you don't understand child psychology, then you need to stop trying to figure out how to raise kids. Shit ain't difficult. Stop teaching these kids about sex, period. Sex shouldn't even be part of a 2-year-old, 3-year-old's discussion. What the fuck is they talking about sex for when they supposed to be learning shit like how to talk and swim? And you motherfuckers watching porno kids with babies and shit. The fuck wrong with you people? Feed these babies to the beast and wonder why you fucked up. You let the enemy teach your kids how to be fucked up. Then you punish your child for following the shit that the master told you to follow to fuck your kids up in the first place, instead of doing what Big Mama said and leave them goddamn babies alone and let these babies be babies. They not sex toys. I don't know where you motherfuckers get that shit from. See, the matriarchy, the first order of business is to protect the kids. Second order of business, raise the matriarchy. That's where we at right now. Don't shit else matter right now but them two things. In that order. Protect these goddamn kids, raise the matriarchy. And we on with this shit. We tired of the bullshit. We tired of the sitting around waiting, procrastinating. These other motherfuckers over here trying to negotiating. Fuck that shit. Blow these motherfuckers out into the open. Let these people see what the fuck they up against. This shit ain't hard. Show them. These sisters got to get their shit back. Right? Now, I done already did what I had to do to get my shit back. And then I'm going to be in the right position that if these motherfuckers don't act right, heads get to roll. I mean, it's simple as that. But right now, I got to wait till my motherfucking, my shift. That's the part I don't like. I'm tired of waiting. Fed up. Been doing it too long. But it was necessary. So I sucked that motherfucking shit up. Like a soldier do when he's on the battlefield. Motherfucker get shot. You gonna stop shooting because he shot you? The enemy shot your ass, nigga. You gonna stop shooting? The enemy shot your ass on the battlefield. And you gonna stop shooting. He shot you in the goddamn foot, stupid ass motherfucker. It ain't got nothing to do with your fingers. You can't stop shooting when the enemy shoots you. You can't lay down and fucking die. You can't give up. You can't quit. You got to find another way. The only thing these bitches feared was the voodoo, because the voodoo is the balance of nature with the natural order of things. The natural order of things is the matriarchal systems. The matriarchal systems is to properly rear and raise the children. The role of the men then becomes true guardians, true protectors. Noble men by nature and by character. In secret and in motherfucking public. A respectable motherfucker wherever you find him at. He gonna always be what the fuck a man supposed to goddamn be. An example for his sons and his motherfucking daughters. And you motherfuckers keep quitting, bowing down, separate, split up. Your own vine and fig tree, motherfucker. You separating from the wrong motherfuckers. You run into the goddamn fire. You running over the cliff, you stupid asses. You throwing your babies to the enemy. You say, hey, teach my child how to be a dumb fucking ass slave, just like me or worse. The better your credit score, the better slave you are. There ain't no other way to put it, because slavery is debt, and this is known universally all around the goddamn world. So, when the Grand Matriarch get a call, I'm telling y'all, I'm going to give y'all a spoiler alert. They're going to start trying to block all Nation of Islam communications by social media, because the Grand Matriarch is Mother Khadijah, and she's just going to send one of her girls to tell y'all what time it is and what the fuck is up. She the Grand Matriarch on the land. She had the most matriarchs under her direct supervision, which gives her the highest rank of all of the matriarchs on the land. It is what it is. Take it how you want to take it. You can put it where you want to put it. Smoke it how you want to smoke it. These women that went through too motherfucking much pain and suffering, and I'm tired of watching it as a man. I can't watch this shit and call myself no motherfucking man and not try to do something. I got to figure this conundrum out, because ain't none of you other motherfuckers doing it. The hard shit. The shit that take 35, 40 fucking years of studying to unravel this motherfucking shit. Niggas running around talking about they gods, but they doing devil shit. Niggas talking about they was first and they doing the motherfucking dumbest shit in the world, while these other motherfuckers they calling the damn devil is doing the motherfucking work to help your ass harder than you is. That don't make sense to me. This shit is confusing. Why is it confusing? Because it was meant to be. You don't believe me, motherfucker? You can ask motherfucking Tupac. He'll tell you when you seen. We ain't dumb no more. We stopped being dumb a long time ago. We thinkers now. We figure out ways around the problem where we don't put all our children under the motherfucking gun every goddamn day to solve the problem. Sometimes you got to let the ugliness of nature run its course in order to burn off the motherfucking negative energy so you can see the way out the motherfucking situation. Stupid motherfuckers. You can't go in the history books and find one motherfucking attempted slave escape that was not influenced heavily by a pink motherfucker. Because the niggas just laid down and took that shit. Just laid there. Yo, some muscle. I was gonna be the real. Get the fuck out of here. You don't even really know what the fuck slavery was. What it was about, who did it, and who did it to who. They got the history books written, jumbled in a code to where to tell you the secret, but you got to figure it out. That's why they said if you want to hide something from a nigga, put it in a book. Because he ain't gonna never look in too many books. Because we are oral communication link motherfucker. That's why we don't like books. But see, I'm one of them rebellious ass niggas. You shouldn't have never told me that hide it from a nigga, put it in the book. Because now I'm gonna read every goddamn book I get my hands on. If it look like it's gonna give me some motherfucking insight into what the fuck going on, I'm reading that shit. I'm gonna put this shit together. I don't care who don't like it. I don't give a fuck about that. That don't got nothing to do with me. Your personal feelings, your personal fuck-ups has nothing to do with me. When I tell you what the fuck it is, and you tell me I don't know what I'm talking about, that don't got nothing to do with me, the consequences you have to suffer. I'm just telling it like it is. The worst thing you can tell a motherfucker on this motherfucker is some shit they call the truth. Because when you start telling the motherfucker the truth, you become the villain. You become the enemy. You become the fuck up. You become the problem. Let me let my girl Jesus in here so she can help me add to this motherfucking shit. Because she was channeling them motherfucking sisters doing that work earlier. And they ain't letting her in here. Jesus, I'm trying to let you in, sweetie, but they ain't letting you in. That's that Facebook shadow ban bullshit on the motherfuckers don't want a motherfucker to know what time it is. How the fuck I got more shares than I got views on the goddamn video? That don't even make sense. These motherfuckers think that we was born yesterday. Motherfucker, we was born at night, motherfucker, not last night. It won't let you in, sweetie. Yeah. Why in the fuck they ain't got no business teaching no kids about no motherfucking sex to their teenagers? That shit ain't even on their radar. Why is you putting it on their radar? Let alone talking about got him thinking he a girl. You got him wondering about his gender at 4 and 5 years old. What, putting dresses and pumps on it? What the fuck wrong with you people? Damn, that shit's sick. That's what you call sadomasochistic in your face. That's some S&M shit. Oh, that's some motherfucking, what they call narcissistic abuse right there. You're supposed to guide your children correctly. Not let them just float into the wall and bust their head. Man, I want Caesars in here. These motherfuckers won't let her in, though. They got my motherfucking shit. It took me motherfucking months to get back on live. But I was watching Sheeza's video earlier today, and she was channeling the energy from these sisters rallying these matriarchs so motherfucking strong. And I had to let one of the other sisters know this is exactly what we was just talking about, this energy that's coming through right now that this sister is saying, and she talking about she feel it, and all these motherfuckers talking to her. They telling her shit. That's that call of the matriarchs. That shit you might not never hear it. It's telepathic. It's psychic links. It's psychic links between the women and the motherfuckers around the world that's fed up with this bullshit that they've been going through because you stupid motherfuckers want to tuck your nuts between your legs and hide your penis. So then, when I speak to a strong sister, like my sister right here, Akshita Veda, and she got to check me out first. Cause she said, hold on, this nigga, wait a minute, let me see who this motherfucker is. You know what I'm saying? Then she started looking, bruh straight, bruh on the right shit. He know what the fuck he talking about. He about us. She told me, she said, I ain't ready yet, I still got some work to do. How the fuck you can't respect that shit? How you can't respect that shit? That's called bumping straight. She understood her level at this particular point in her life where she was at, and she knew what she had to do. She didn't bitch about it. She cried sometimes when she went through it. She screamed and yelled sometimes when she went through it. I seen it. She had to throw some shit sometimes while she was going through it. But she went through it. She ain't bitching about it now. It's time to move on and move up to what we supposed to be doing, putting these matriarchs back in power. We done seen these sisters. Now you know who they is. You done seen they work. They work is open to the public. You can go to any of their pages. They doing the work. Get over here. So, I mean, Any soldiers out there that's down with these sisters, it's time to stand the fuck up. Get your motherfucking thumb out your mouth. Stop scratching your motherfucking balls. Pull your motherfucking pants up. Buckle your belt. Stick your chest out. Niggas, soldiers on motherfucking deck if you got some testicles, some testosterone. This is what we supposed to be doing as men. You know? We supposed to make sure they know that when the shit get tight, this is the rock right here. This motherfucker ain't gonna sink because Master said bow down. I mean, it is what it is. It's 7:44. That's the Master and the Angel. That's Larry Hoover flipped the G off the 7th letter made to motherfucking Jeff Ford, Angel Bay on the motherfucking 44 flip off a 440 turnaround off a 420 spliff. So we gonna wrap this one up. And y'all gonna get out these motherfucking sisters' way or hell come behind what follows if y'all don't. It's just that simple. We ain't gotta do nothing. Mother Nature gonna take care of these motherfuckers by storm or by motherfucking terror. You gonna see. It is what it is. Peace out, fam.